They stole our things and we're going to make them give them back, and we're going to court with an injunction because we need our chalice by Saturday. It's basically like any other person walking up to you and taking your stuff, and then they want to take more stuff. They want us to give them money too. What's wrong with them? We went in the church, we went in the park and we said a prayer, and they think we have to pay them each $100 to do that. Do you have to pay $100 to go to church? Do you? If you wanted to pray in the public park, would you have to pay $100? So why should I? And you know what's funny? On Monday, which was the day that we were, was it that day we were arrested with the guy that ran away? Or they wrestled us? There was somebody sitting there when we came, and I said, excuse me, we're going to have a prayer service and we use cannabis. Do you mind? And he was sitting there and he said, oh, well, you want to share my blunt? So I was, everyone should just get over it and stop being afraid. The First Amendment says that Congress is not allowed to make laws that affect the way you practice your religion. If something is your religious belief and practice, no law can tell you to stop it. No law applies unless there's a compelling interest. For example, if you thought you were Abraham and you thought God told you to kill your son, the state can step in and say, no, you can't do that because there's another person that it affects. That's compelling interest. But in the case of using cannabis herb to commune with God, as people do with bread and wine, that's just a matter of personal belief, and no law can address that. So if a person uses cannabis in their worship, they can do whatever is required for them to have enough cannabis, and that means growing it for themselves. If they're anointed to be healers, they can make enough cannabis to help the people who come to them, so they don't have to turn away someone who's dying of a disease. And that's basically your right if that's your belief. You can't just make it up. You can't just say, oh, I think this, I believe this, now I can, just to gain a benefit. That's swearing a false oath, and that's taking God's name in vain. You have to be in good conscience. And in 1 Corinthians, I don't remember all the numbers, but chapter 11 or 12, when it talks about receiving the Lord's Supper in good conscience, it says if you're not in good conscience, it won't work for you. The Healing Church is anyone who believes as we do and wants to join in our mission of spreading love and compassion throughout the world by many means, not just cannabis. I think they're awesome. They have been wonderful, and I think they deserve more pay and more security in their pensions. Anyone is welcome to come, and anyone can pray with us in any way they understand prayer. And if they have their own sacrament, whatever form, and they wish to partake, that's between them and how they understand God. We share with people that we know, just because some people right now can be tricky, they can be deceivers, and I'm not going to share my sacred matter with someone who's not in good faith with me. So I'm only going to share it at that time with people who I know. And if you've got your own, bring it and share it with people who you know, and we'll offer praise and thanksgiving to God. And we'll also thank the Park Service. Now, as far as arrests, we were arrested and ticketed yesterday. They just stood there and watched us today. It's kind of confusing. I did talk to them and tell them that I was proud to see them, and I hope they were going to choose to do the right thing and not follow orders that they knew were wrong. And maybe they listened, I don't know. But if you're not willing to get arrested, you're not even willing to pay a little fine like $100 to stand up and proclaim what you believe, then I don't think you believe it. So I probably don't need you there if you're not willing to stand up. You can watch, but you can watch TV at home too.